Well, ladies and gentlemen, probably been it's been a minute since you guys have seen me out back behind the race shop washing the car, and that's actually because it has been a minute. Man, I am spoiled. A lot of times you guys will see Carly back here getting her done, and unfortunately this week she is gone, which we'll talk about that in a minute. So as Caleb Montgomery says, someone's got to do it. So I'm back here, we're getting our race car cleaned. Unfortunately, the 18T's 2025 season is complete. Like, the red car will not be on track again. Now, we do have more races with the Charlton 21 car. We just don't have any more with the red 18T. I'll tell you, it is crazy. And I know when you're like young, I mean, and I'm young too, but when you're really young, you don't understand like time and how fast things move. But every year I get older, like, it was crazy. This year felt like it just flew on by. Snap your fingers, 2025. I mean, we still have a few months left, but our racing season is done. And yeah, we just have a few more shows with the Charlton boys, which really excited to get back in the 21 car. We're gonna get this thing all cleaned up. Maintenance, motor out. I'll be honest with you guys, we got a lot to kind of figure out here going into this off season, and just what we want next year to look like, and all really exciting things, but still a lot to figure out. So the first step to all that is getting it all put away, getting our equipment exactly where we want it, and yeah, so we're gonna get to work. Something kind of funny. So you guys see this right here that I'm drinking? They're called Bloom Energies. These are by far like possibly the best thing I've ever tasted in my entire life. And I'm very hypocritical, and I'll be completely honest. I was making fun of, you know, whether it's Carly or earlier in the year I had Tazen who helps me, or my friend Matt, he does helps me, you know, with some of my content, you know, throughout the season. And it's just, I think, actually common for a lot of crew guys, you know, when we're on the road, like, they're drinking energy drinks. So as a driver, like, during the season, I can't be doing that, or I try not to be doing that, you know, like on race day and stuff like that. But anyway, I started drinking these Blooms, and again, they are amazing. So I feel very hypocritical because I was making fun of them all year. How do you guys drink those energy drinks? How do you do that? And here I am, like, I found something that I actually really like, and I'm gonna try to like not drink them anymore because there's no way this stuff's good for your heart. But gosh, it tastes so good. Anyway, this is what's powering me through the wash day. I'm by no means at Carly's speed. She probably would be about halfway done. I'm kind of just getting started, but we're at least gonna get this 18T cleaned up. I was just putting panels away, and this lower panel, the camera don't really do it justice, but really in just the short amount of season we ran, this thing definitely did its job. One of the coolest things about race cars is how even something as simple, like I said, this is just an aluminum panel. I mean, shoot, I don't know, maybe this thing costs 10, 20, 30 bucks. Everything works together though, and has an importance on your car. And so something as simple as this, it goes on the right side down by the motor, and this protects our investment, which is our engines. All the lower panels, I mean, or even, you know, you could think aerodynamics helps go fast, whatnot, but something as simple as this, again, has a job, and that is to help protect our engine. And some of the places we ran this year, super rocky, super rough, and all it takes is jumping over the cushion or getting behind someone, having debris fall off a car, and like that can be detrimental to your race, or could cost you, you know, a significant amount of money if, again, you know, something happens. So anyway, every little thing on the race car is important, even as something as simple as like you just think might be this stupid little panel, but pretty beat up, probably retired for the year now. Look at that wing angle. Looks like we're taking off down a runway. Top wing's a little beat up here on the belly. If you guys didn't know, in our program, and I think actually a lot of programs for guys that travel quite a bit, we almost have like a West Coast wing. And sometimes our West Coast wings aren't even necessarily a different build than what we would run in the Midwest. It's just our stuff that's a little bit more beat up. On the short tracks, the wing obviously is working a little bit less than like Knoxville or Eldora. So if we have something a little torn up, usually we're going to Chico, Placerville, Tulare, I mean anywhere down south. I mean even Skagit and stuff like that. Skagit's got a little bit more speed, but you know, running close to home in Oregon, we try to keep our beat up stuff on. And then here's this thing. You guys just saw I just got my tires all cleaned up. Maybe something I usually wouldn't show on the channel, but if you guys know my parents, and usually you know what they say, the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree. We are the type of people, like, we use stuff until it is broken, or we try to like constantly fix it until it's like completely junk. Well, I'm actually about to go probably fix the pressure washer, but this thing's on its last leg. Same pressure washer from when I started sprint car racing about, you know, I don't know, 7 years ago. And it's missing a wheel. It's got a hole in the hose. It's just about, I mean, like I said, it's close to dead. We are gonna try to revive it, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe a lot of you guys can relate to that. I feel like in dirt racing, sometimes, you know, it's just until something's completely trash, that's when we'll throw it away. So I'm kind of a firm believer that, you know, in a race team, or at least in my position, I kind of have to have an idea on, you know, all the different jobs, and I gotta be able to do them, you know, if needed, or at least, for example, for my other team members, show that I don't believe any job's less than the other. Because let me tell you, I mean, you can ask any team, cleaning headers it's not a very fun job. It's probably the lowest on the totem pole, almost, I would say. You know, scrubbing these things and making sure they look pretty just for them to go out and not look good in one night. Not a lot of guys would say it's very dreamy, but it has to be done. So anyway, I feel like it's important in my position, even though I love driving the race car. You know, if I have other guys here or whatever, I got to show them that I don't look down on anything else, and I'll jump in and do the dirtiest or the crummiest jobs just like I would ask them to do. So yeah, just out here getting our headers all kind of wiped up. Not perfect, but good enough for now. And then we'll do a little bit of a deeper cleaning on each of our sets of headers this off season, just get them looking all pretty. And yeah, again, not the job you would maybe wake up and look forward to doing, but it's got to be done.
So as we continue through our wash day, we're now going to focus on the race car. Before that, though, we wanted to pull the engine out of the car. This is a little bit backwards, I won't lie, but it's just what we decided was best at this moment, and that will also allow us to kind of clean that engine compartment, you know, the dash and that side of the motor plate. You can see my dad was out here giving me a hand, which that was nice. For the engine stuff, we really are pretty particular about how we do it. So he usually likes to jump in, and we kind of just do it a certain way so we can get this thing put away for the winter. After that, then just the easy part, spray the car with some Simple Green, fire up the pressure washer, and get it all cleaned up so I could put it back in the shop.
Well, guys, we completed our weekend of working, just at least get the 18T clean enough to get inside the race shop. Got a little more to do with the engine, and then, you know, like I said, we got more cleaning to do in general, but don't want to put away a race car filthy out of the race trailer. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. On the final note, what I told you guys a little bit about earlier, but why we didn't race the Fall Nationals, you know, this past weekend at the Silver Dollar Speedway, and that was again because Carly was not here. She actually got a great opportunity to work with a team out kind of on the East Coast, so she is out there right now just learning more about sprint cars, being a student of the game. So she's going to be out there for a little bit, and it was just a great opportunity that she wanted to jump on and go take it, and I told her you absolutely should. We were kind of on the fence about Chico anyway. I mean, as it got closer, I was like, man, I kind of want to race, but again, we are you know, Carly and I work well together, and it's not fair. Fair is probably not the right word for myself. I would have been doing myself a little bit of a disservice. Like, I could have maybe went down there, could have still won races and ran well, but obviously again, it's like, you know, you're going into battle without, you know, one of your secret weapons. So anyway, that's that. Not to get too specific into it, but yeah, she went out there. She was in Pennsylvania, so really cool that she's out that way. Again, pumped for her, and I'm kind of holding the fort down while she's gone. So got the cars all cleaned up. We'll have more content coming your way. I know September was a little bit slower, but we're getting back on track for quite a few races races and get into winter time where we're gonna have some outlaw kart stuff. We got our international trip. Really gonna be grinding things out here to finish the final quarter of 2025 strong. And as always, just appreciate you guys being here for the journey. We've been doing this now for over 9 years. I'm very blessed to get to do it and just want to keep on keeping on. So this sport is extremely tough. I've lived it my entire life and just want to keep, again, continuing my journey, bringing you guys along for it all and showing you the highs and the lows. And I feel like it's just like anything. You got to commit to something for a very long time and eventually, keep pushing closer to your end goal. And I feel like we're closer now than ever. We just got more work to be done. So we'll see you guys all in the next show. Deuces.